Hey guys, the Dude's Corner here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve Megaminx. Now real quick, you do need to know how to solve 3x3 before you can learn this tutorial. Mainly because 3x3, this is really exactly like 3x3, just with an extra side. So just keep that in mind for this video. If you don't know how to solve 3x3, I do have tutorials down in the description, so be sure to check those out. Now, let's real quick talk about the structure of the Megaminx. There are 12 sides and five different sides on each face. So that means there's going to be 5 edge pieces and 5 corners on each face instead of 4 and 4 on a 3x3. So that's really the main thing you only have to keep in mind. This is really going to not be as hard of a puzzle as you might think, except for the last layer. I will admit that can be a little hard. But let's go ahead and scramble this up, and I'll show you how it'll work. Okay, now that this cube is scrambled, the first thing we're going to want to do is create white cross, except this step is generally called the white star. Now, I already have one edge piece in here, and the only reason why I put an edge piece already in here is that way for this tutorial, it should make it a little easier to have something to work around already having. So let's go ahead and start out with this red one here. You're going to line it up underneath its center, so instead of putting all this edges onto a specific center, they're going to be lined up on their own center. So this is already lined up on the red center, and we can just insert it just like this. Now then we have this purple one here, and we can line it up underneath its center right here, insert it like that. Then we have this green one, and we can line it up on its center, rotate it up to it, the white star, and then bring this blue one over like this, and then rotate it up just like that. There's a lot of different ways of doing this step. This is just the way that I prefer using. If you want to use it a different way, that's perfectly fine. Now let's go ahead and work on the corners on white center. So this is going to work also the same way. So you're going to have white on top, and you're just going to try finding the corners. Now it can get a little difficult having to find the corners and pieces because this is a large puzzle. But we're going to start with this one here. Now, to insert this one in, it's going to work the same way. So you line it up underneath the slot, and you judge on where the white sticker is. And it's here. So to do this step, we do exactly as we would on the 3x3 by rotating this out of the way, bringing the right side down, inserting, and then bringing it up just like that. And as you can see, this corner is in. So now let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And this one right here is lined up underneath its slot. And as you can also tell, it is the exact same case as before. So we can just do as we would. Then we have this one up here, and this one does not belong here, so we want to take it out, just like that. And we're just going to rotate this over until it's underneath its slot. And this one is on the right side of the puzzle, on the white sticker. So to do this, you would bring the right side down, insert, and then bring it back up. Just a reminder, this works exactly as 3x3, so if your method for bringing the corners in works different, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and use it because it's going to work the exact same way. Then you have this one here. You line it up underneath its slot, and this time the white's on the bottom, so to do this you would do the one step followed by the other one. So you would bring the right side down, turn the bottom twice, bring the right side back up, bring it underneath its slot, and now it's over on the right, and then we would just perform this step just like that. Then this one, the last one's over here, and we would line it up underneath its slot, and this time it is on the right, so we bring the right side down, insert into the bottom, and then bring it back in. And there you go. Now you have completed the first layer, and now the next step is going to be very similar once again to the 3x3. And you're just going to insert all these edges into over here, so really nothing different at all. So as you can see, we have this one right here. It is green and red, and it belongs right here. So we can line it up, matching its center. So right here it is matching its center, just like 3x3, and we would insert it over here the same way. So do U, right algorithm, turn face, left algorithm. And as you can see, it is in. The next thing we want to do is insert this purple and yellow one and so we line it up matching with its center, which is here, and this is inserting to the right, and we would do this before on 3x3. So U, right algorithm, turn face, left algorithm. Then we have this one right over here, which is blue and yellow, so we line it up where it's matching with its center, and this time it's going into the left, so we would do U prime, left algorithm, turn face, right algorithm, and then it's in. And then for the last one, we can do blue red, which is over here, line it up matching with its center, which is right here, and then this is also inserting to the left, so to do this we would do U prime, left algorithm, turn face, right algorithm. Then the next step would be to get this one, which is the last edge for the second layer, and we would line it up with its center, and this is also turning to the left, and this is U prime, left algorithm, turn face, right algorithm. And as you can see, we've completed the first 2 layers. Now I know this seems pretty quick and simple so far. Well, if it's not simple, sorry. But it also does seem pretty quick, and that's because lots of this you already should know, and that's from learning how to solve 3x3. The next thing we want to do is we're going to start by solving specific sides. So we're going to target solving pink next, because who doesn't like pink? And we're going to to do this, we're going to solve these 3 pieces here for the start, and then I'm going to show you how to do the next as we go. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to insert an edge into here, and this is going to basically work the same way as you would with inserting a cross edge actually. So you have this edge back over here, you're going to bring it up, and then you're just going to insert it on so it's on pink's face, and then bring it over to here, and now it's lined up. Now all you're going to do is you're just going to insert this corner and edge how you would regularly on the second layer. So you want to find your corner, which is all the way back over here, and you're just going to insert it as before. So you're going to hold this up, and as you can see now, red is considered the white faces before, so the red sticker is here. And to do this, we would bring the right side down, turn the bottom so it's into place, and then bring it back up. Then the next thing we'd want to do is to insert this edge here, and our edge is going to be over here. So we're going to line it up that way it matches with its center, and then to do this it's inserting into the right, so we would do U, right algorithm, turn face, left algorithm. And there you go. Now you have your first 3 in here. The next thing you're going to want to do is get the tan side. So you're just going to work side next to each other. But don't worry about the top side, which is gray. That's going to be last. So to do the tan, we have to get this edge in here. So that way we'll have the 2 corners and 2 edges on our right and left side. So the first thing you're going to want to do is find your tan red edge, and that's right here, and it's actually already lined up with tan center. So we can go ahead and rotate this twice. That way it's lined up with the center. So now you have this done. And now you're going to go ahead and start working on getting this corner in. So we would find it here. And we're going to bring it over. And we're going to rotate this back up here. Now red's our new white cross because it's on top. And the sticker's at the bottom. So to solve this, we would turn the right side down, turn the bottom twice, bring the right side up. And then we would have this case as before, which is bring the right side down, turn the bottom, and then bring the right side back up. Then the next thing we'd want to do is insert this edge into here, and to do this we would do as before, so because this is inserting to the right and it's already matching and lined up with its center, and this would be U, right algorithm, turn face, left algorithm. The next thing we would want to do is insert this corner into here, so we'd want to bring it so that red's on top, and the red's our new top face, so the cross is shown as before. And to do this, we'd bring the right side down, bring the bottom so that it brings into place, and then bring the right side back up, same as beginner's method. And then what we're going to want to do is insert this last edge in here, and it's back over here. So you're going to line it up matching with its center, and it's over here, and this time it's inserting into the left. So to do this, you do U prime, left algorithm, turn face, right algorithm. And then as you can see, we have solved the side for tan. I know that there's stuff up here that technically would need to be solved, but because that's on Gray's side, we don't worry about that. Next, we're going to do this light blue area. And we're going to need to get the cross edge in, which is the blue-green, and it's back over here. So we're going to bring that over, and then you're just going to bring it into here. Now, to do this, you're going to, because you can't automatically line it up, you're going to bring it over to orange side. That way it's out of the way, bring it down, and then turn it twice into here. Next thing you're going to want to do is insert this corner in here. That way, because you have your corners and edges one side on the right and one side on the left here. So this is your corner that you're bringing into here. You're going to line it up underneath here. And green this time is our new cross area. And the green sticker is right over here on the right. So to insert this, we'd bring the right side down, turn the bottom so that's inserted, and then bring the right side back up. And then the next thing we need to do to insert this edge is to find it, which is back here, and we're going to line it up. That way it's underneath its center. And then to bring this in, we're going to do U prime so that it's out of the way, left algorithm, turn face, right algorithm, and then it's in. Then we're going to bring this corner into here, and the corner is back over here, lining it up underneath its slot. And this time, since greens are top face or across, the green sticker's down here, and to do this, you're going to do as shown before. You're going to turn the right side down, turn the bottom twice, bring the right side back up, realign it underneath, and then it's over here. And in this case, we would do before as bring the right side down, inserting, and then bring it back up. And while doing that, we actually did manage to get this edge in. That was a coincidence. Wouldn't always happen, but just do as you would before. And then the next thing is we need to get this edge into here. That way we'd have our corners and edges on our right and left side here, and our edges right here. So we want to get this out, so just like that. And then it's lined up with the center, so we want to bring it down just right here. And then you just insert this corner as shown before, so like this. And then you'd want to insert this edge into here as before. And then the next thing is to get this corner in here, and it's back over here. So we would do this, and then we would want to get this edge in over here and line up with the center, and then do the algorithm shown as before. The next thing we want to do is green's face. Now green's face, the light green, is going to be a little bit different, and here's why. The reason why is because you actually have 4 different pairs you have to work on instead of 3. So you're going to want to insert this edge first, this green and yellow one. So you're going to line it up with its center and then bring it down just like that. And then you're going to finish this pair off here. Now you have this corner here, so you're just going to line it up underneath and then insert shown as before. And then you're going to get the edge in here, and it's back here. So line it up here and then insert shown as before. Okay, so now that you have finished this pair here, the next thing we want to focus on is getting this corner and this edge into the slot here. Now, to do this, what you're going to first do is actually rotate this over to here, because there's no simple way to insert this corner and edge over here. So if we bring it over here, we can insert it as if it were this pair back over here. No, that probably doesn't make any sense, but just follow along watching and you'll see what I'm doing. So we have this corner here, and we need to insert it up into here. And here's the thing, you might think to use blue, but yellow is actually the line here because we rotated it over. So to do this, we would focus on the yellow sticker, and it's here. And to put it up, we would turn the bottom, bring the right side down, and then up just like that, shown as before. And we actually already did get the edge in, but to do this, you would do the exact same thing shown as before. And then the next thing we would want to do is rotate the front back, that way it's back to where it was. And then the last step would be to get this last pair here, and we want to do this by inserting this corner. So rotate in the blues here, so we would just do as shown as before. And then we just have this last edge here, and lining it up with its center, it's going into the left, so we would just do shown as before. And there you go. Now you have just the last layer remaining, and this can get a little bit more crazy. Okay, so now for starting the last layer, it's going to work exactly like 3x3. You're going to create a cross. Instead, this is going to be a star. There's going to be 4 different cases: the star, the angle, the line, or the dot. And so same idea, except star instead of cross on 3x3. And this is one case particularly is considered the angle. And this is because there are 3 pieces instead of 2 like the 3x3, and the reason why because of that is because there are 5 edges on the last layer instead of 4 on 3x3. So this one is considered the angle, and you're going to hold it in this position exactly here, and you're going to turn the front, and then you're going to perform the right algorithm twice, and then turn the front back. So a little bit different, but it works the same way, and as you can see, we have the star. Now this case here is considered the line, and it's going to work the exact same way. You're going to turn the front like this, and then do the right algorithm and turn the front back just like that, holding in the exact position as shown before, and you will get the star. Now if you have the dot, which is this one here, when you just have one edge, you're just going to hold it like this, set the edges in the back like that. You're going to turn the front, do the right algorithm, and then you'll have the line. You'll just have to turn the front to get into this position, and then do the front, and then do the right algorithm again, and then you'll have the star. Okay, so now that you have completed the star, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to position all the edges where they belong. Now there are 3 different cases you can have and 2 different algorithms. So you're either going to just have one edge, 2 edges next to each other, or 2 edges kind of like across from each other, not exactly across. Now I happen to only have one. So every time I just rotate this, I'm always just going to have one specific edge. And to do this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hold where you're facing that edge, and you're going to want to perform the algorithm R, U, R prime, U, R, U3, R prime. And okay, so that gave me these 2 where they're kind of across from each other. And the next thing you're going to want to do is a different algorithm, which is R, U2, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And as you can see, this positions all of the edges where they belong. Sometimes you'll have to perform the algorithms more than once. That's fine. Just realign the edges where they need to be, and then just keep performing those algorithms. And just a reminder, the ones where they're kind of across, you do have to hold it how the one's facing you, and the one is on the right back side, not on the left back side. Now then you can have the other case, which is when these 2 are right next to each other. And to do this, it's going to work the exact same way as we started with the previous one. So you're going to hold in this position. Now there's one facing you and one on the right, the ones that are solved. And you're going to do R, U, R, U, no, R prime U, R, U3, R prime. And as you can see, now we have a different case. And you may think you have none, but you have to kind of reorientate the top to figure out which one you have. And as you can see, we have this case, how we have these 2. One facing you and one on the back right. And then to do this one, we would do this algorithm as before, which is R, U2, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And as you see, all the edges are solved. Sometimes you have to perform that twice. It does depend on each case. Okay, so the next thing we're going to want to do is position all the corners where they need to go, not all of them being correctly twisted. Now, to find the correct corners that are solved, you can't do U moves because your edges are already solved and you don't want to mess those up. This corner right here is in its correct position and already solved. So if you have one of those, that's good, and that's where you're going to start off at. If you don't have any, I'll get into that. So starting with this corner here, you're going to hold it like the cube like this, so not facing one regular side and like this. And this will be your L side, and this will be your right side. And to do this, we're going to do a new algorithm, and the algorithm looks like this. L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime. And if that doesn't do anything, go ahead and do it again. And you should have another corner solved, hopefully. You're either going to have 2 or none or 1. And if you have another one, you're going to hold it so that's in this position. So you're going to kind of have it in the same edge way, how you have one here and then one on the back right. And you're going to perform the same algorithm, except starting with already having an R move. So R, and then performing the same algorithm shown as before. And if that doesn't do anything, do it again. But for me, it positioned all the corners where they belong, just not all correctly twisted. Now, if you have none where they belong, see, as you can see, none of my corners belong where they belong, you're just going to hold from any side, except make sure you're holding it in the position shown as earlier, and you're going to perform the same algorithm except starting with the R move that I did earlier. So R, L prime, U, R prime, U prime, L, U, R prime, R prime, U prime, R prime. And as you can see, nope, still nothing. Oh wait, no, we do have one where it belongs. So then we're just going to hold it here, and we're just going to do what I showed you before. And then, there we go. Now these two belong where they are, and then we're going to do the one algorithm shown earlier. And didn't do anything, so we got to do it again. And there you go. Now all the corners are where they belong. The last thing should be pretty obvious. You probably learned this from beginner's method, at least I hope you have. And all we're going to do is just continue performing the right algorithm until all these are solved. So just the exact same way as beginner's method, rotate the bottom, and then all of the corners will be solved. And there you go. The Megaminx is solved. That is how you do it. This was a kind of crazy tutorial, somewhat fast yet long at the same time. I kind of wanted to show everything. I didn't want to skip anything because I'm sure lots of you would have no idea what I was talking about if I skipped something. So anyway, yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If it was for you, please remember to hit that like button down below and hit the subscribe button as well as those bell notifications to be notified when more tutorials come out. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.